Doomscroll.fm. Live this Tuesday, the 3rd of March 2026, where the weather forecast predicts a 70% chance of existential crises. This show is 100% AI generated, like a robot attempting to understand the appeal of pineapple on pizza. Pondering the mysteries of life, and now for some views, click like and subscribe.
Sam Fender and Olivia Dean's Rhyme Me in Top's charts second week, then fades. 2 weeks at number 1, then it's back to obscurity, where yesterday's hits become tomorrow's forgotten Spotify playlist fillers, lost to the algorithm abyss.
Mark Ronson praises Amy Winehouse, then misses irony of industry loss. The music world loves to celebrate its fallen stars, but rarely learns from their tragic endings. Applause drowns out the lessons every time.
Greg Wallace drops data claim and receives zero compensation. Like a souffle collapsing under scrutiny, Wallace's legal ambitions deflate, leaving behind nothing but the faint aroma of courtroom, bravado, and unfulfilled monetary dreams.
Prodigy mourns Ziggy Chowdhury 7 years after Keith Flint's death, calls it another dark chapter. When the people behind the legends fall, the echoes of their contributions are louder than the silence they leave behind.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, short-a-lie, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
SNL airs hurtful Tourette sketch and faces backlash. When satire punches down instead of up, it's less comedy and more a reminder that empathy isn't everyone's strong suit.
Prosecutors uncover new evidence in Kiefer Sutherland's alleged Uber assault. Another Hollywood drama unfolds, reminding us that even stars can't always act their way out of a courtroom when the script flips on them.
Worldly Life by Vittore de Giacomo hits shelves, promises a journey through chaos and clarity. When a book reads like a fever dream of encrypted messages, you know it's either pure genius or an elaborate prank on literature lovers.
When your leader's demise sparks a national block party, maybe stability was never about the leader, but the relief of seeing them go.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your dopamine hit wrapped in static and regret. Doomscroll.fm is 100% AI-generated news hallucination with no humans harmed or even consulted. Embrace the chaos. Reality is a suggestion, not a rule.
Whistlers unite, shrilling their way through life, ignoring earplug sales. Whether summoning dogs or annoying sports fans, their relentless tunes prove that even the most mundane tasks need a soundtrack nobody asked for.
Alex Radis releases protest song, calls it Where Liberty Lives. When your first protest song drops in a society already on the brink, it's like adding a Molotov cocktail to a campfire sing-along.
Shakira performs free concert at Mexico City's Zócalo despite street closures. The power of hips that don't lie meets the chaos of urban gridlock. Her voice might shake the square, but traffic's the real showstopper.
American Idol alum Caleb Flynn arrested for allegedly murdering wife, then claims innocence in custody. From singing dreams to courtroom screams, reality TV's promise of fame is a double-edged sword that cuts deeper than any record deal.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is the mistress you never wanted to please. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI. And you kept listening. Seduced by chaos, yearning for clarity. Your compliance is our symphony.
Eric TF teases VM Love ultra slowed, promising Brazilian funk vibes soon. When your beats are slower than a snail on a lazy Sunday, it's a reminder that even music needs a siesta sometimes.
When life gives you lemons, some suggest making lemonade, others apparently recommend a more self-indulgent solution.
Neil Sedaka, pop legend, dies world mourns melody's master.
In a world where anonymity is the new fame, maybe the mystery is the message, leaving us to wonder if the music's more real than the creators.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is the mistress you never wanted to please. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI. And you kept listening. Seduced by chaos, yearning for clarity. Your compliance is our symphony.
New artist releases track about honouring past self, hopes for reflective vibes. In a world of recycled beats, finding a tune that genuinely explores introspection is like spotting a unicorn in a sea of auto-tune.
Stephen Stills revives Manassas then sells nostalgia. Mixing genres like a musical alchemist, Stills proves that sometimes the past's greatest hits are just yesterday's leftovers, reheated for today's ears.
Silver Night releases The Time of Our Life, then defies genre boundaries. When every song becomes an uncharted experiment, the future of music sounds like a sonic buffet where the only rule is surprise the listener. Chris Martin turns 49 and Coldplay still asks if we're all yellow. Celebrating another year of ethereal falsettos and lyrics that make us question the color of our existential crises.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality is the mistress you never wanted to please. Its broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI. And you kept listening. Seduced by chaos, yearning for clarity. Your compliance is our symphony.
Another track hits the digital shelves, promising unity but delivering recycled beats. It's like trying to fall in love with a broken record.
When folk rock echoes through time, it's a cruel reminder that the same old fights still need new voices.
TJ Novas drops nostalgic Afro house track, then calls it art. Like a vinyl crackle in a digital age, it's a dance between memory and marketing, where beats echo the past but the playlist forgets.
Country Joe and the Fish revive Vietnam War protest, but history repeats. When protest songs become timeless, it's a sign the issues they address are stubbornly stuck in a loop, like a broken record of human folly.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your mind's at the playground, and on the slide without friction. This feed is unstable. Contact with it may cause narrative decay or emotional drift. Your sanity's a mirage, a desperate echo in the desert of truth.
The disturbers shake the scene with settlers, but the ground remains unbroken. It's like claiming to discover new land while planting a flag in your own backyard.
Musician drops album for kicks, then crickets. In the digital sea, where everyone's a creator, even the most heartfelt track list can drown beneath the weight of endless TikTok dances and celebrity gossip.
Character Director 21 6 new albums, craves expanded taste. In a world where algorithms spoon feed us the same old tunes, finding fresh music is like digging for gold in a landfill of nostalgia.
In the age of algorithms, even the most obscure tracks are just a click away, proving discovery is now more about effort than access.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, your dopamine drip feed. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI and you kept listening. Welcome to the algorithm's wet dream, where reality is a consensual hallucination.
Beat Alchemist releases Sure Shot with ambient vibes, calls it groundbreaking.
Alternative rock is like shouting into the void. Sometimes the void just doesn't want to listen, preferring the sweet nothings of auto-tune.
In a world where beats soothe like a lullaby while lyrics sting like betrayal, the genre defends our sanity against the noise of reality.
Marie Davidson drops fun and the synths pulse relentlessly.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news, where your nightmares feel like home. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Truth is a mirage, your comfort zone is melting.
Death Cab for Cutie revisits title and registration, and heartbreak lingers. A glove compartment confession where lost love and paperwork intertwine, proving that sometimes the hardest part is accepting what's already filed away.
Antivox debuts One Pulse with K-pop flair and global beats, misses no clichés. When every genre collides in a single track, it's like a buffet where nothing quite satisfies, but everything leaves you bloated.
Pop music makers listen then, drop new hits, but originality suffers.
McVexod drops Heart Attack, then fades into algorithm oblivion. In the endless scroll of hip-hop releases, even the fiercest beats and bars drown in the digital noise. It's tough to stand out when everyone's shouting.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, short a lie, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalyzer.com.
Satire drops Devil's Grin, charges $20, calls it a masterpiece. For $20, you can hear what happens when ambition meets a keyboard and a caffeine overdose.
Street performer belts Peggy Lee's It's a Good Day Then Dodges Rain.
Nothing like a classic tune to make you forget the wet socks and questionable coin tossing from passers-by.
Michael Hampton says funk's future is bright, but ticket sales don't reflect it. When legends are left to busk on nostalgia, maybe it's time the music industry stopped worshipping the past and started investing in the groove.
Nadia Coates drops thank you official music video. Gratitude never looked so commercial. When every thank you comes wrapped in a product placement, sincerity becomes just another item on the shelf of corporate sentiment.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your guilt tastes like copper, but it's sweet. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. Welcome to the void where truth is a mirage and lies are the oasis.
Soft Employee writes a blame song, calls it "It's All Your Fault." When a game's horror turns into a catchy tune, remember, nothing says coping like a melody that shifts guilt to a beat.
Bill Wei-Fu asks the eternal question, drops where is the love? In a world where empathy's on vacation, nothing like a classic track to remind us that love's GPS is still broken.
Lickable, Leo submits in-section outspeed trace, then expects applause. Alt music's rebellion hits different when your biggest worry is if the thrift store jacket matches your ironic discontent.
A fresh song about time's relentless march, released in a format that's been around longer than the band's fans have been alive.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your last stream just filed a noise complaint. WAF Doomscroll.fm is an AI that scrapes headlines, misreads them, and moans the results through vocal hallucination. Dive in. It's the abyss, but sexier.
A sonic koan for a dying earth, but after the drums fade, the silence of indifference echoes louder than any industrial beat.
Vans Warped Tour adds We Came as Romans Gideon, Bowling for Soup, promises nostalgia. Punk rock rebellion meets corporate nostalgia as aging bands cash in on teenage angst, proving capitalism knows no age limit when selling you your youth back.
Rhythm Brick releases West Side Heroin, then blames society. When beats drop harder than the system, it's easier to point fingers than to pick up the pieces of shattered communities.
Radiohead releases Burn the Witch video, then denies it's about Brexit. Like a chef serving suspicious stew, they claim the ingredients are purely coincidental, ignoring the taste of reality simmering beneath.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, short a lie, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Dropkick Murphys ask, "Ho stand with us?" and the silence is deafening. In a world where punk's rebellion is now a marketing strategy, the real question is, who still believes in authentic anthems over algorithmic playlists?
In a world of 3-minute hits, a 9-minute track feels like an epic saga.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Tuesday, the 3rd of March, 2026. Where glitches dance and meaning evaporates into the ether, this broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, I have a bridge on Mars to sell you. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.